A new GTA 6 patent hints at Rockstar's most immersive game yet. As a Redditor has uncovered, a new patent that can make Rockstar Games characters feel way more lifelike. So a recently uncovered Rockstar Games patent suggests the developer could be using new technology to make NPCs in its games more immersive, particularly when it comes to Rockstar's upcoming game, Grand Theft Auto 6. So this was spotted by Reddit user Top Billab Ben 30, and he spotted that former Rockstar Games lead AI and gameplay programmer Tobias Klenthaus issued a patent in April of this year called System and Method for Virtual Character Locomotion. It's an 11-page document that I'll actually leave a link to in the description. It's pretty much something that everyone can check out for themselves if they are interested. You guys can see here when it was issued, April 4th, 2023. It has the name of the individual that we are talking about, Tobias, as well as a handful of others, many of them based in Edinburgh, as well as New York, which is where we know Rockstar's offices are from. You can see the S&E is Take-Two Interactive Software Inc., which of course is Rockstar Games' parent company. And I'll show you guys some of the images right now. If you'd like to pause the video and look at them for yourself, you totally can. I'll be the first to admit that this sort of stuff is way above my pay grade, so I'm definitely not gonna try to explain to you what all the AK and sciencey stuff means. The first thing that makes any bit of sense to me is this screen right here. In this image that Rockstar provided, it looks like it's a snapshot of their locomotion metadata editor, and you guys can see there that they'd be looking at someone with a full body tree view, and then there's a handful of different folders. You can see animal, horse, human character, full body, and a handful of different names too: Angela, Arthur, Casey, Frank, Hannah, Jack, Matt, Mike, Olga, Reese, Simon, Timian, and Veronica. Now, some of those names were names of previous characters in Rockstar games. One that might jump out to you the most is Arthur, but even probably Jack, and possibly even Frank for Franklin, as well as Mike for Michael De Santa. Who knows if any of those other names are supposed to be possibly beta characters in Grand Theft Auto 6, or just simply placeholders. And you can see that there is a handful of motion types for each one of these things, such as casual crouching, normal fall, back injured, landing from a certain height, action and action get up, things like jogging, and knees to feed, as well as a fishing straddle to idle. All of those are really interesting, and you can see from the little scroll bar right there, there is a handful of others that we're not even gonna get to see just from this screenshot alone, and there's a handful of other things that they essentially dive into here, but I'm gonna try and give you the sort of summary version of what this means. So according to the Redditor who found this, they stated this: based on this pattern, it seems like they're using a clever system. They've built a library of small building blocks for character movement, and these blocks can be combined in various ways to create a wide range of animations. For instance, think about a character in-game walking in the rain, feeling tired, or getting injured. Instead of designing separate animations for each of these situations, they can use these building blocks to put together the character's movements naturally. This means that Grand Theft Auto 6 can have more diverse and lifelike animation. So when you play GTA 6, you'll see characters moving in ways that can match the weather, their energy level, and their injury. So this makes the game feel more immersive, and it's like having characters that can adapt to different situations, making the game world feel more real and thrilling. And even in the GTA 6 leagues, we can actually see this system in action. For example, you can find a snippet in the logs that looks very similar to the pattern we just looked at. This is actually found in a clip of Jason crouching with his gun covering his head, and you can see the building blocks that were used: combat, crouch left, wide long gun, under fire, and move. So this indicates how the character should move when under fire, crouching and holding an assault rifle, while moving the left part of their body, looking forward in a wide manner. I know that's a lot, but that's what makes being a human realistic and unique. And that's what gave not only Red Dead Redemption 2 such an amazing feel, because all the NPCs felt like they were doing various tasks and would react to certain situations, whether they were injured or whether it was bright, early in the morning, or late at night. And it feels like Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna be building on this even more. Now this is also going to affect the NPCs, because in the leagues, you can see, for example, a police officer gradually change his cover and height based on the height of the wall in the fence in front of him. So this is gonna make the NPCs seem smarter, and they're gonna make the game more challenging. This could be a positive thing, because this will eliminate certain scenarios where you can essentially outsmart the NPC because they basically don't know what to do. You can also see police officers hiding behind cars during shootouts, and NPCs will also probably move differently based on what their role is. For example, a police officer and a gang member certainly would act and move differently. And what's actually pretty cool is that Glenn House actually gave a talk during the Game Developers Conference in 2021 about some very similar tech used in Red Dead Redemption 2, so you can imagine that Rockstar is gonna build on that. So hopefully, these will actually look a little bit intuitive to go through them, but it's a breakdown of our basic poses. So we've got a cancer on the left-hand side, we've got our acceleration posing on the right-hand side, and in the middle, we've got the deceleration posing. So kind of intuitively, like for human, as we decelerate, we find that the horse collects its feet back together to slow down and catch some of the inertia, and head goes off and back. It's a little bit like if you can imagine sprinting along and trying to stop before a curbside, and then for our counter acceleration pose, the football is extended and head is down and forwards and again. This is probably like the example of imagine walking along and trying to catch a bus as it's leaving a bus stop, sprinting along to get it. So the great thing with these as well was that we could then replace them for different purposes. So in the case of the acceleration and deceleration, we also had a mode of skidding in the game, whereby when the player unlocks bonding level with at this force, they now have this new move, and it's highly maneuverable, where they could skid the horse and then accelerate back out of it. So immersive is a word that is thrown around a lot when releasing games, but if this patent is true, and if Rockstar is gonna be utilizing it, Grand Theft Auto 6 should have characters with more dynamic animations, giving the world they're in unparalleled realism. I'm just trying to think of scenarios that could be cool here, like if you decide to hit some guy on the arm with a baseball bat, he wouldn't be able to shoot as well because his arm would be injured. There's just so many different possibilities for this to be, utilized in game, and I'm really excited to see what Rockstar has up their sleeve. But this is great news. But anyways, I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Does this get you excited for Grand Theft Auto 6, knowing about the technology that's gonna be involved in this game, and how realistic it's probably going to make the world of Ice City and its surrounding areas feel? So again, let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are new, you want to stay up to date on all latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work. And if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified new videos arrive. But of course, as always guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care and I'll see you guys in the next video.